Hello and welcome to another GTA 5 video. I was watching a clip from Top Gear where the troll were to buy a supercar with less than £10,000, and that gave me an idea. Is there such thing as budget supercar in GTA 5? And the car that I'm gonna talk about are necessary supercar in real life, but for some reason they are in the super range. So on paper, they are still supercar. But before we begin to look at the budget supercar, let's look at, in my personal opinion, the all-time great supercar, T20, the supercar that is based on the McLaren P1. This car has a very high top speed, and because like the McLaren P1 in real life, this T20 also has a very powerful V8 engine, and therefore the acceleration is superb. The handling is superb, and you can possibly win a lot of races with the T20 even if you are new in the game. The only problem is this car costs $2.2 million, and that is a lot to any car. In fact, it was the most expensive supercar until the X80 is out. The X80 is currently the most expensive supercar in the game. With a whopping price of $2.7 million, this car is also perfect for racing. Like the T20, this car also has a superb acceleration and top speed, as well as an excellent handling. But this car is harder to drive when turning a corner than the T20 due to its low weight and powerful engine, as it can cause the car to spin and possibly end up with a result of losing control. Both T20 and the X80 is one of my favorite cars to use to race or driving around the lobby. But the question is, do we really need to spend that amount of money for cars? Or in this case, supercars? What if I'm new to the game or basically doesn't want to buy shark card or do any heist or mission for some reason? What if I just want to do content mission or racing? To find out, we will compare these two supercars with something that is much cheaper. In fact, they are all cost less than 10% of the price tag of the X80. They are the Bullet, the Coil Voltic, and the Vodka. And for some reason, while the Vodka is a supercar, the Bullet and the Voltic shouldn't be supercars, as both of them are actually sports car. But since they are both classed as super range, I guess we can treat them as supercar. Anyway, to find out how good and how fast they are compared to the top range supercars, the best way to find out is to have them go around my circuit and see who can make the best lap time. The X80 did it at around 1 minute and 5 seconds. And the T20 did it at around 1 minute 4 seconds. while I'm not surprised that they are all slower than the top range supercars, out of the 3 budget supercar, the Voltic is the fastest. In fact, it is only 2 seconds slower than the X80. With a price of $150,000, it is an absolute bargain, and not surprisingly, both Bullet and Volca are just slow in the term of supercar and maybe even as a sport car. But boys, doesn't they look good? And as the self-proclaimed petrolhead, I will still prefer the Bullet or a Volca. Personally prefer Volca as it is just a Lamborghini Gallardo and the Bullet is just a Ford GT. In conclusion, is there such thing as budget supercar? Well, it is a tough one. I would say it's all depend on the driver really.